Hey guys, welcome back. We're at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery in Los Angeles for a special private screening of the new horror movie, The Monkey. This is based on a short story written by Stephen King, and it's directed by Osgood Perkins, who recently directed Longlegs. This is going to be really exciting because they have immersive experiences for us before the screening. They're doing a whole immersive funeral experience. I'm so glad you're here. Let's head inside.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
I'm sorry for your loss. Monkey's blood. It's like the most common.
Hi.
Would you like a drink?
Sure. What is this?
This is the corpse reviver.
We're now inside the mausoleum and we're checking out what they have in here. I picked up a beverage. Upon entering, they handed me this pamphlet and said, "Sorry for your loss." It's a funeral pamphlet for Uncle Chip. We're going to be attending his funeral tonight. I'm just walking around, checking out all of the photo ops and everything. It looks so gorgeous in here. I love all of the candles. So
Good evening, Los Angeles, and thank you for coming to the definitive memorial service for our dearly beloved Chip. We are here surrounded by dead people. Does anyone have an aversion to dead people? No? No? Okay, that's good, because you are literally surrounded by them in the beautiful Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Does anyone have an issue with dismemberment, decapitation? No, death by harpoon? No? Okay, you're in the right place. You are about to see grotesque acts of violence. You are going to see deaths taking place unlike anything you've seen before, and you are about to see The Monkey, which is written and directed by Osgood Perkins. The film opens February 21st everywhere, and on behalf of Liam, thank you all for coming out. And I hope you all get splattered with blood tonight, and I hope you all get home safely, because everybody dies, and that's life. So thank you, everybody. Enjoy.
wow, that was amazing. That was so good. That was such a fun ride. So many great kills. Such a good movie. I'm here with my monkey and we're heading home. We are back from seeing The Monkey. What a great night it was. Let's get into it right now. I'm here with my cursed monkey popcorn bucket. I still cannot believe that they gave us these. It's seriously so cute. But honestly, after seeing the movie, I'm not sure how safe I feel sleeping at night with this in my room, but I love it so much. These little antique monkeys are so hard to come by. I've been wanting one for the longest, like a little monkey with the cymbals. This is so cute. I love how its arms move and it taps on its little drum. That's the sound he makes in the movie when someone's about to die. You know it's coming, someone's about to die. So let's get into all about this movie for those of you who haven't heard about The Monkey. The Monkey is a new horror film that's going to be released in theaters later this month on February 21st. It's written and directed by Osgood Perkins, who recently directed Longlegs, which was critically acclaimed and a crowd favorite as well. This movie was a wild ride. It's based on a short story by Stephen King. I did read the short story, The Monkey by Stephen King, before seeing the movie, but I don't think you have to read the short story to see this movie because the movie definitely takes liberties from the short story. There were a lot of things that were different in the movie from the short story. This is written by Osgood Perkins, so it's a take on the short story by Stephen King, but it's his interpretation of it. Some of the kills were different, and then in the short story, the ending scene was also very different from what happens in the movie. But I think they were both very, very good. And they're both kind of their own standalone things, so you can read the short story by Stephen King and enjoy that, and you can watch the movie and enjoy that as well. And if you want to do both, they complement each other very nicely as well too. I just love that this is an original movie with an original storyline. It's not a remake, it's not a prequel, it's not a sequel, you know, we're not redoing a classic horror film again. We have a completely brand new storyline with new character, a new iconic horror character. Stephen King is one of the masters of horror, so I was expecting a lot from this movie. I thought it was going to be great because we have Stephen King, who's a master of horror, and then Osgood Perkins, who some would say is working his way up to being like a new gen master of horror, because a lot of people really, really loved Longlegs. That was a really great horror movie of 2024. We're starting off 2025 strong with another great output from Osgood Perkins, which is The Monkey. This movie is also produced by James Wan, who worked on The Conjuring and Saw, some other really great iconic horror films. Everybody involved in this movie so far has some really great credits to their name, so it should not disappoint. So a little bit about The Monkey. When twin brothers find a mysterious wind-up monkey, a series of outrageous deaths tear their family apart. 25 years later, the monkey begins a new killing spree, forcing the estranged brothers to confront the cursed toy. This movie stars Theo James, Tatiana Maslany, Elijah Wood, Christian Convery, Colin O'Brien, Rohan Campbell, and Sarah Levy. I was surprised because they used Elijah Wood's name a lot, like in the trailers for this movie, and he was even, you know, the thumbnail on one of the trailers, but Elijah Wood was only in one scene of the movie. But his scene was really good and his character was really good as well. I thought the performances all around in this movie were really great. Theo James was great as the lead role. I hadn't really seen much of his work before, but I just enjoyed his performance. It was like really natural, really believable when you just get sucked into the movie and a storyline when an actor is just doing his job really, really well and making you believe everything that's happening. The child actors in this movie, they were really, really great. They were really natural. I love when child actors are, like I said, natural, believable, and just suck you into the story. I hate when child actors are too overcoached or too fake with the delivery. Just sucks me right out of it. These actors were great. I loved all of their performances. Tatiana Maslany, loved her as well. The kills in this movie were outrageous. It was just kill after kill after kill, leveling up, and it was almost like just think up the most outrageous, gruesome, violent deaths and killing scenes you can imagine, and let's do that. One in particular, which is the final scene of the movie, the ending scene, was just so great, so over the top, well done, and just leaves you on a like high note of the movie. Because of the gruesome death, we know the monkey is still out there. Or is it? I will say the film had a sort of film noir vibe to it to me. It almost felt like some scenes we were watching were like straight out of a comic book, like a Sin City vibe. And I think that had a lot to do with the way the actors were delivering the lines and the way they were kind of speaking and the tone of voice they were using, as well as the vibey lighting and the aesthetic of the movie overall. Very melodramatic, but in a good way. This movie is a horror movie, but it has dark comedy vibes to it as well. The audience that I was watching this with in the mausoleum, we were laughing, they were gasping. It was just a lot of audience interaction. It seemed like everybody was really sucked into the story and really enjoying the movie. I love when a horror movie isn't too overly serious and it kind of brings in that lighthearted moment where, you know, we have a moment of laughter. Because what is life without laughter? What is horror without bringing in that side of life to it? And I think that was really well done in this movie because, like I said, the kills and the violence and the deaths were so outrageous that it was really nice to bring it down to a moment of, oh yeah, that was actually pretty funny. This is all not that serious because everybody dies and that's life. Death by harpoon, decapitation, it was just wild. I think that you will really enjoy this movie if you're a horror lover. I've always heard that Stephen King's short stories, people have really enjoyed the film adaptations in the past of Stephen King's short stories. I think one that was recently done was The Boogeyman. I think this was great. I mean, of course, we have It, The Shining, so many iconic adaptations of Stephen King's work. This was no exception. So the film begins with a character trying to pawn this monkey off in a pawn shop. Very gruesome right off the bat, but such an intense draw into the movie. It just gets you right at the edge of your seat and you're ready for whatever else is to come. Then from there, we move on to flashbacks where we're learning the storyline of the twin boys growing up and their experience with this cursed monkey toy. There's no direct correlation to the violent deaths that begin happening around them and this monkey. Hal, who is the main character, begins to suspect that it's this monkey that's causing all of these deaths. After that, you know, more deaths begin happening. The boys lose their Uncle Chip, as you saw at the event. We were attending a funeral for Uncle Chip. It was a whole immersive funeral experience set up for the character of Uncle Chip, who died very, very gruesomely. This was so cool, by the way. They handed this to us when we entered in, and it's just like your classic funeral pamphlet. When we were handed these funeral pamphlets upon arrival, if you open it up, you can actually see his death scene right in there and how gruesome that was. A little sneak peek spoiler for you guys. As the movie ends, Hal and his son believe that they've taken care of this monkey. You know, everything should be chill and okay now. But like I said, not so fast. That ending really left it open where we're not sure if the monkey is really gone or if he may still reappear to terrorize the town on another killing spree. I really enjoyed this movie. I was enthralled in it from beginning to end. There was never a moment where I was like, when is this gonna end? I really enjoyed it. All of the performances were great. I loved the storyline. So much beautiful cinematography in this film. So many artistic shots. I loved one in particular. It was just a shot of the tree branches with the police lights reflecting off of them and just changing color from red to blue. So pretty. Another really good scene was when Hal's at the strip club and the stripper bends over and it's the monkey. Another part that they showed a lot in the trailers is when the lady's pushing the baby stroller and it's just on fire. Loved that as well, but they actually showed that in the movie in a different way. It was like a different angle of the shot, but still equally as terrifying. I loved the monkey. I thought it was just such a good horror icon to add to the repertoire. You know, I definitely recommend checking this movie out when it comes out in theaters on February 21st. It's such a good watch. You won't be disappointed. You'll laugh, you'll scream, you'll gasp, you'll clutch your pearls. They are doing some advanced screenings in theaters on February 12th. So if you want to go check out The Monkey or its wider release, check out an advanced screening on February 12th. Upon entering, they also handed us these little The Monkey respiratory stimulant packs. It's supposed to be like if you're fainting, you open this up and smell it and it revives you. Used to prevent or treat fainting. Instructions: tear open and wave pouch under nostrils. Do not remove pad from pouch. Do not eat. Do not do dumb shit with it. It's nasty. Warning: for external use only. Flammable. Keep away from fire or flame. You know, like Aunt Ida. Caution: keep out of reach of children, especially those who play around with wind-up toy monkeys as they only f things up. If swallowed, get medical help. Probably not from the cops though. If you faint and this doesn't work, you're probably dying, but that's okay. everybody dies, and that's life. So cool. I'm telling you, the marketing for this movie, they really have on lock. Like, that whole event was just amazing. Everything was perfectly curated, every detail meticulously thought out down to the last little thing, and it was just such a great night. Then they also gave us this little card. You're young, you're beautiful, you love likes, but you're going to die. The only question is how. To help you come to terms with your mortality, use this QR code to shape your fate. Not sure exactly what that QR code does. Then on the way out of the screening, they gave us these t-shirts. This is so cool. It's one of those funeral memorial style shirts for Uncle Chip. In loving memory, Uncle Chip, free as a bird. On the back, woman loved him, fish feared him. And he was born and passed on the same day. A little fun fact, Uncle Chip is actually played by Osgood Perkins, the director of the movie himself. He's actually an actor as well. He has a ton of acting credits on his resume as well. I just thought that was so cool. That's him right there. I always think it's so cool when directors write and direct the movie and they're also acting in it as well. Triple threat. I mean, I would love to do that one day. So this was just such a cool little souvenir of the night, as well as the monkey popcorn buckets. I think this is one of the coolest popcorn buckets to be released for any movie recently. Like, this is just so well designed, so well made, and I love that, like, even if you don't want to use it as a popcorn bucket, this just looks so cool, like sitting on your shelf. So cool. I love it so much. If you're going to see The Monkey and you're gonna go see it in AMC theaters, definitely get one of these popcorn buckets. They are exclusive to AMC theaters. So that was my review of The Monkey. Thank you for joining me for this video, coming with me to the event. I want to hear all of you guys' thoughts about the movie when you see it, so comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought about The Monkey. Let me know what other movies you want me to watch and review for you guys. New movies coming out. I really wanted to watch Wolfman, Presence, Companion. It's gonna be such a good year for horror. So many good movies coming, and so many good things coming to this channel right here as well. So make sure you're subscribed. Stay tuned, because I have a lot coming very soon. Okay, I'll see you guys soon.